I'm here at the base of Cypress Mountain, home of downhill on the North Shore. And just behind me, presumably, is Vancouver somewhere. And I was told to meet Remy here for the perfect e-adventure. And I've got just the thing. Don't be a hero, get a Levo. Or at least that was my maxim when choosing the bike I'll be riding today. Now, at the home of Cypress, the downhill trails are absolutely flat out, and I imagine in this e-weather, we're gonna be punching out some serious laps. So I've come equipped with everything I could possibly need. A lightweight full-face helmet to keep me comfortable and safe as I scare myself silly, at least trying to keep up with Remy. Lots of travel, an 840 watt-hour battery for many laps, equipped with an extender in one of those boxes. It's a very e-weather day, as you can see, so I've got waterproof where I need it, merino where I don't, but I'm all set for whatever the day's got in store, as someone parks very close to us while we're shooting in some sort of giant fridge. It isn't just another mountain biker, it's EWS podium rider Remy Govan, not in his Sprinter with nearly 700,000 kilometers on it. Remy, we were riding Cypress. What the hell is this?
Sorry I'm late, Henry, but you're looking a little wet.
I am very wet.
There's a change of plans here. We're going to the ferry. Get in.
I thought we were going on an e-adventure. What the hell is that? That's not an e-bike. It looks far too nice. Where do I put all my stuff?
Bike in the back, gear in the trunk.
What the hell's a trunk?
It's in the front.
How do you...
Button all the way down. Find the camera to the left. There you go.
Right, let's get out of this place. Where are we going? How on earth did you get insurance on this? That's in the way you drive. Where are we going?
All in good time, Henry, all in good time.
Do I need my helmet on?
Probably. Getting QuarterHP's very own technophobe to embrace e-bikes was bad enough. And as we got on the ferry, I didn't want to give Henry any ammunition about the e-truck. So I distracted him with suspension settings.
I thought we were doing a day of e-shuttling. This is a different e-experience than I expected.
Change of plan. We're heading to the Sunshine Coast and we're doing it in style. We got 650 kilometers of range, so we're not gonna have to charge the battery. We got adjustable ride height, so when we get on those fire roads, it's gonna be all good. Suspension, soft, hard.
Soft. Can we open the rebound? Fully open rebound.
So I actually forgot to charge my e-bike last night, so the Rivian's gonna charge my e-bike.
I'm gonna let the ferry charge me because they've got those like $5 kids breakfast, and I'm gonna game the system.
All right, I'm gonna meet you upstairs. Okay, I don't actually have to charge my e-bike, but I didn't want Henry to have to see this thing that I'm about to have to do, because I think he would have made fun of me. So in order for the alarm not to go off every 5 minutes like that car over there is, I gotta put it into shipping mode or something. So, where is it? There. We're good.
When you think e-bike, you think Specialized Levo. It's the obvious choice. They've seemingly been doing it longer than anyone else. They've got their own motor. I think for an e-bike adventure, it's the true choice.
Well, I agree with you to a point. I think I wanted to step outside the box a little bit and get the latest and greatest.
Is there not an air of performative nail to this? Don't be a hero, do the obvious thing. What? Get a Levo. What did you get?
For this trip, I brought the Forbidden Druid Core with the DJI motor.
It feels like the DJI thing is the real destabilizing figure to the establishment of mountain biking.
1,000 watts, baby.
1,000 watts. Oh my God, the world could spin on its axis. I think with the Levo, you're getting your bread and butter e-bike, but I think that you're just an idler as well. An idler on an e-bike. Crazy world.
Even riding an S-Works Levo, you're gonna look over at my DJI motor, Forbidden, and you're gonna be a little bit jealous.
Well, we're just pulling into dock with dry momentarily. What is about this Sunshine Coast that you wanted to show me something?
We're on the Sunshine Coast. It's going to be the perfect place for e-bikes. They're short, sharp climbs. They're soft. They're steep. And we're going to get 3 times the amount of riding we would if you brought your normal bike.
And I assume, as the performative mayor, we'll be hitting up a coffee shop for you to read some Jermaine Greer in front of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. While Remy tried to explain to me what a Labubu was, I was beginning to think that the Sunshine Coast was somehow misnamed. Sunshine, Jesus Christ, Sunshine Coast, Remy. Sunshine Coast, Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, I didn't check the weather.
You at least got a pump because you picked me up.
I do have a pump, Henry. I do have a pump. All right, Henry, here's the air.
What do I do?
I have no idea. After Henry tuned his Optus inserts for maximum grip, he thought he could knock me dead with his explanation of why his choice was best.
When it comes to getting an e-bike, I have to say I'm a big proponent for the obvious choice. Because let's face it, 1 or 2 have probably proved themselves to be, not the most reliable over the years. Now that's not to throw shade at the Levo, but rather I'd like to get a bike with a brand and a motor that I know is going to be easy to track down and go through the warranty process should I have to. Now there is a modern crop out there of e-bikes which are lighter and a bit more tech-heavy than the Levo, but this is no slouch either. And don't forget, this is the fancy S-Works version. So it has traits that even the standard, very high-end Levo 4 doesn't have. Yes, it's a bit heavier, but it's got so much frame adjustability to dial the geometry in, and so many benefits, such as that range extender that not all e-bikes have. And, to be frank, it might have 1 or 2 tricks up its sleeve yet.
Today, I brought the Forbidden Druid Core. This is Forbidden's first attempt at an e-bike, and I would say they've knocked it out of the park. It's kind of like the Rivian, the latest and greatest tech, and it'll burn some tires in the process. It has the DJI motor, which is the most powerful on the market right now, with 1,000 watts continuous power and an 800 watt-hour battery. Sure, you might have to give a little bit of your information to DJI, a Chinese company, and in doing so, some information to the Chinese government, but that's a small price to pay for me beating Henry up the hill. It might not sound like a lot, but that 9 extra Newton meters of torque and 250 watts of power is more than enough to drop the next fastest e-bike on the market.
Oh,
Where you been?
were you dropping me because you're a better climber, you've got more power, or maybe both?
I think it's a bit of both.
Dude, that has higher torque than this, hey?
Oh yeah.
It's got a bit more everything.
It's got a bit more of everything.
It's got a couple more buttons as well.
Lots of buttons for sure, but you know, they're all usable. Sometimes I get confused between the shifter and this one actually, but...
Well, I think this is kind of like, my impression on it is this is about usability and hopping on. It's Mac versus PC. Maybe more power, but I think for interface, 1 clicker, it could be a bit bigger to be honest, but just 1 clicker, although you kind of lose it in the glove sometimes. But I think, to my point about the Levo, don't be a hero, get a Levo, I think for most people hopping on an e-bike, it's so usable.
You think usability is gonna help you on this next trail?
I f***ing hope so.
Right off the boat, the Druid Core's lightweight feels far more flickable than other full-power e-bikes. In tight terrain, the weight and high pivot help to avoid getting hung up on obstacles, but when going fast, the short reach and long rear end can pitch your weight forward sometimes. The motor can also feel a little less intuitive than other e-bikes out there. In an attempt to assert the Forbidden's dominance over Henry and his Levo, riding in full turbo mode had made a significant dent in my battery.
Dude, soggy coast, not bad. Not bad at all. So, punch out another lap, quick snack, and off we go.
Hold on, Henry, I gotta charge this e-bike up for a little bit.
State-of-the-art e-bike, and you don't have one of these?
No, I don't have one of these, but I have this truck which I can plug my e-bike straight into, and that's pretty cool too.
Okay, well, whilst we're doing that, I'm actually going to make my e-bike more powerful using this.
Your phone?
So should you have a Levo 4 at home, you can grab your phone and get some more power. Oh, Toblerone. So you simply go to the app, go to the bike, scroll down, I think it's bike status, update available, click that, and you are away. So for the S-Works version, it goes up to 850 watts of power. For the non-S-Works, they have to make do with a measly 810. Now, I'm not necessarily an evangelist for these max high-power e-bikes because you're normally limited by the speed limit, which is dependent upon your region. However, I do think it's interesting to see Specialized getting a counterpunch to brands like DJI, who do have that 4-digit 1,000 watt power output for something that is a lot lighter than people expected when it was released in 2024, I guess. Now, the Levo isn't really changing what it is, but it is trying to cover off more bases. It's also seen an update in terms of how that power is delivered with a smoother feel in mind. Either way, I think it makes it a much more compelling option than even 12 hours ago. Remy, get out of the car! We're going riding!
I'm just trying to warm up a bit. All right.
Bikes charged. Pants still soggy. Regardless, we headed up for lap 2 with hopes of a drier afternoon. The combination of the Genie Shock and adjustable geometry on the Levo could overwhelm, but it also lets riders massage the feel to their choosing. It's at home on fast, rough trails where its weight is less of a hindrance, but perhaps lacks the fast edge-to-edge feel of upstarts like the Druid. For the full tech breakdown, check out our Serious Business podcast, live now on our Patreon. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, Henry, we got to change quick because we got another ferry to catch. We had a bit too much fun out there. As we bolted for the ferry, it was time to weigh up our bike choices and question whether we should perhaps take a particularly wet leaf out of each other's books.
The Sunshine Coast, almost.
I think the clouds are burning off. I think they're burning off.
Slightly dry coast.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad in the end.
We came here with 2 e-bikes, one that's sort of the tried and true, the Specialized Levo. One that's part of this raft of incoming e-bikes from brands like Forbidden that are using the DJI motor.
Yeah, the Specialized is definitely the tried and true. The Forbidden, maybe it has some quirks to work out. A little bit, not quite as smooth a motor as the Specialized, a little bit more jerky. I think Specialized just is good at refining everything.
The experience of the whole.
It's like driving a Mercedes. It's just luxury. It's just nice. And the GJI is a little bit more of like a sports car that has a couple, it's fast, but it has a couple quirks. It's like a homemade sports car.
We had this thing, for me, someone that really focused on descending, I want to really index on all that convenience and just have a great descending bike.
Right.
Which is why I think that, the don't be a hero, get a Levo makes sense to me. However, that's not to say the Levo is a perfect bike. There are 2 things I'd fault the Levo for, in my opinion. One, it feels like the center of gravity of the frame, the center of mass of the frame's a bit higher than I'd like, which doesn't really come into play on some stuff, but when leaning the bike, it's something I was aware of. And also, deep in the stroke, I felt that it could feel like it was hanging up sometimes. And so, I suppose a bike that might not have either of these problems would be a DJI-equipped bike with a high pivot. But
I agree with you. The Levo is beefy, but I think the Forbidden also has its quirks with that high pivot. I think sometimes it does throw you over the front of the bike a little bit deep in the travel. And the geometry is not for everyone. I think it's got a really long rear end and quite a short front end. So 467 reach and a 456 rear end.
So tell me about the stack.
The big stack. Yeah, big stack. So maybe you'd like this bike.
Dude, I'm an idiot. I should have been more adventurous. I'm so used to just slotting in for the easy option. I think looking back, you know, I should have got myself a tote bag. I should have hung out at some cafes. I should have been a bit more performative. I should have got a Rivian. But hey, maybe there's something to it.
I think for me, I might prefer that little bit less power, little bit of extra range that the Specialized has. It's also just, it rides like a dream to me. I think it's a traditional platform and yeah, one that doesn't do anything weird, so.
And especially with that new update, the gap's even smaller.
The gap's even smaller, yeah.
It's interesting to see the arms race of this software updates. And I think the Specialized one, if you're somebody that wants to ride on that limit, up steep climbs, it's going to enable you to do so with greater ease. However, I've heard rumors buzzing around the industry of even higher thresholds and updates coming to other brands.
Even with the Specialized update, you're not going to be able to keep up with the DJI.
The DJI is something special. You know, I've had a good time being driven around and being assisted by my e-bike, but I might actually drive the Rivian back to Vancouver. Have you got the keys?
It doesn't have keys.
How the f do you drive it then?
You just sit in it and it goes.
Oh, this is nice.
Welcome to the future, Henry.
Sweet. And so I don't need the brake pedal.
Don't worry, it's his first time.
Yeah.
If you call an e-bike an Ebe, then what do you call an e-pickup truck? An Eeped?
Eeped?
Or, although that was a nice merge, you are driving like a little bit of a grandma right now. So maybe just give that stick 2 pulls toward you.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Like to do some big indication?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And now just
no, I can't.
Relax. Just relax, Henry. Let it do. Let the Rivian do its thing.
Is it doing it?
It's doing it.
Oh my God. I don't like it.
Trust it, Henry. Trust the Rivian. Trust the future.
No. Is this the future of e-biking?
You're doing it.
That's a bit rich for me, Vicar. I don't like it. That's enough for that. Thank you very much. Am I back in control?